Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Profits. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? And make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits. That TTG money gang. And making profits. We some snipers.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I am the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. I'm thrilled to have you all here with us on this fine Sunday evening. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I did. I just got back. Was at my parents' house this afternoon. It was actually my sister's birthday. It's also my nephew's birthday in a couple of days. So we were celebrating a little bit of a dual birthday this weekend. We had some nice weather. Hope you guys had some fun, but are ready to get down to business this week, because this week we start tech earnings. We've got Alphabet. We've got IBM. We've got Intel. We've got Tesla. Some of the stocks that most people on this live stream follow, and I've got some really good trading plans on how we're going to make money on this stuff this week. We also had the really crazy rally to new all-time highs on Bitcoin. We had the passing of the Genius Act, all the crypto bills from last week that sent Bitcoin flying, that sent Robinhood and Circle and Coinbase. It sent all those stocks flying. But we noticed something last week within a lot of those crypto stocks that actually gave us some indication of the price direction that I think we're going to see in some of those crypto-related names this week. So I have a normal list of trade ideas on how I plan on making money this week. I'm going to share them with each and every single one of you here tonight. So I'm glad that you guys are here with us this evening. You have to understand, though, for those of you that are maybe unfamiliar or that are new, True Trading Group literally exists to help you learn faster, trade smarter, and profit sooner. That is exactly what we're going to be doing here on this live stream. I'm going to prepare you for what is surely going to be an action-packed, opportunity-filled trading week with volatility and money-making opportunities. At the end of the day, that is why we are all here on this live stream. You're not here because I have a cool painting hanging behind me. You guys are here. We're not here to necessarily talk about sports, although I'm always game for a sports conversation. But this live stream, we are here to talk about how we're going to make money. And I'm going to share that with you here this evening. Of course, before we get started, I want to give a shout out and a thank you. TTG is powered by the NASDAQ, Benzinga, OpenAI, TradingView, Data Bento, Unusual Whales, and a few others that I'll talk about later. But you see, TTG is an award-winning platform. We actually won the 2024 Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. TTG is a platform that is built on education, that is backed by experience, strategies that are proven by success, tools that actually think, and every part of it all built around you, no matter who you are, what you trade, how much experience or money you have or don't have. TTG exists to help you guys make money. That's exactly what we do here. Members of True Trading Group are part of something real special. I couldn't be any more proud to be on this journey with each and every single one of you. I see my boy Fade Doctor is in the house already. My boy Fade Doctor, I heard that you just became AI Pro and are absolutely crushing it. I saw some of your comments right before we hopped on the stream. That's Mari. Mari is our AI, and that is the 2024 Benzinga FinTech the Global FinTech Award, Best AI Analysis Tool, and we are absolutely coming for that prize again this year. Thousands of our members from all over the world are utilizing Mari, utilizing our AI for different types of screens, different types of analysis, different trading plans, all specifically for the individual. The beauty about our AI is that it knows you, the individual, your trading style, your preferences, your experience level, your strengths, your weaknesses, your risk tolerance, your account size, your do's and your don'ts, even if you don't know your do's and your don'ts. And that is why our AI has been helping all of our members to become better traders and, most importantly, to make money. So, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun seeing a lot of our members utilize that amazing, incredible tool. I'm going to show you guys actually some of the stocks that our AI has identified for short squeeze potential. And those stocks have started really kicking off last week. We'll talk about that here as well tonight. So I hope you guys are ready to roll your sleeves up and get down to business, ready to make some money. If this is your first time hanging out on this YouTube channel, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button. Okay, we do these live streams several times throughout the week. I'm always giving you guys trade ideas, market commentary. I tell you positions I'm in, positions I'm getting into. I tell you what I think the markets and stocks are going to do tomorrow and the day after, not just what they already did the day before. All right, don't just hit that like button. Make sure you smash it like you just hit your biggest trade that you have ever had. Okay, and of course, make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. Okay. All right. You have to understand also with our AI, and I'll talk about this a little bit more as we get on. It's not necessarily identifying, right? It allows you to communicate with data, with ideas, with likelihoods, with analysis, all in natural language. Just want to clarify that. The thing that I think is so great about our AI is that it doesn't require all these complex prompts. You speak to it in natural language, and it just takes and analyzes a tremendous amount of data, and it gives you likelihood and probability of outcome on what it is that you are looking at. And it's unlike anything that I have ever seen. We've spent over 2 years now, 7 figures, probably thousands of work hours from our whole entire development team that's been building this out. And it is truly something that is just, it's amazing. I'm just honestly, we'll talk about it as we dive in deeper. This is not an algo. Okay. This is digital common sense. It's digital logic. It's access to real-time data. It's a translator between you and what many are calling institutional level access for retail. That's what people are calling Mari. They're calling Mari institutional level access for retail. It's it's like having a Bloomberg terminal for retail traders. That's what a lot of our members are comparing it to. Now, before I get into all of that and before I talk more about that and we go over all of our trade ideas and what I think the markets are going to do this week, the markets are at all-time highs. It's been a hell of a year. But before I get into that, you might be wondering who I am and why you should listen to anything it is I discuss on this YouTube channel. It's a very fair question. There's a lot of people that come on YouTube, don't know their ass from their elbow. They claim to be the world's greatest trader. I don't claim to be the world's greatest trader. I don't think you should listen to the things that I talk about on this channel because I have a 99.9% win rate. I don't. I think you should pay attention to what I talk about on this channel because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I didn't figure this out watching YouTube videos. I didn't figure this out sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, and I was trained by professionals on Wall Street right out of college. That's how I got my start at trading. Okay. They had me go through a training program before the fund let me touch $1 of their money. And then shortly after that, 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession. That was the big stock market crash. But that is also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and the head trader at True Trading Group, along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff. We have helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. True Trading Group is a community of over 10,000 traders from 115 different countries. Truly a global community here. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term portfolio investing. We trade stocks, we trade options, we trade futures, we trade crypto. There is literally something for everyone here at True Trading Group. So if you are, whether you're looking to just level up, you're just getting started, you need an extra push to pick yourself up, whatever it is, trust me, you are in the right place. Stick around. Let's make some moves. Let's make some money together. Now, before I go any further, I want to make sure every single one of you are watching this video live. Okay. At the bottom left of your screen, I want you to make sure you see a red dot. If you do not see a red dot, that means you're watching this video delayed. So I want to bring you up to speed by make sure you click the word live, see that red dot, and then you guys get brought right up to speed here on this live stream, and you guys can follow along with everything that we're talking about here in real time. Okay? Beautiful. You guys ready? You ready to get down to business here? I'm going to take a quick little sip of water. 2%. What's up, brother? How are you? I see you. The fade doctor, dude, you crack me up, man. He goes, so Mari is Mike injected with steroids by Adam. I will tell you what, Mari is far better than me. Mari is far better than me because Mari is able to do things that I simply cannot do, and I will never be able to do. I am not able to analyze thousands of data points within seconds and scan through thousands of stocks within seconds and identify for you a list of the stocks that have, based on proven, back-tested strategy and theory of what stocks have the highest probability of giving us a short squeeze this week. I can't do that. I can't do that. Mari can. Mari can. And that's exactly what Mari is doing. Mari is not predicting the future. I need you guys all to understand that, you know, AI is a buzzword right now. And you have all these trading platforms, all these trading communities that are trying to say, oh, look at our AI alerted this, our AI picked this. And AI is not predicting the future. AI is not alerting you to something that is anything more than a combination of data points that is going to give you a very high probability of an outcome. That is what the AI is all about. That is how retail traders should be utilizing this technology. If you are looking for something to just say, hey, AI, make me money today, that's not the way that you should be utilizing AI. Hey, AI, what price is this stock going to close at the end of this week? That is trying to predict the future. That is an improper way for you to utilize AI. You are not going to get an actionable insight or actionable guidance from the AI. You'll get an answer. It doesn't mean it's a good answer. You have to understand that every single AI, no matter what you're using, no matter if you're using any other platforms, or if you're using ChatGPT or Grok or Perplexity, or if you're using Mari or anything else, the AI is built literally to give you an answer. It's not going to come back and be like, I don't know. You're going to get an answer with what you ask it. But how the AI calculates that answer, how the AI comes up with that answer, the process, the thought process, the reasoning, the analysis, the strategy that it implements to find that probability, that impacts the answer. And the answer impacts your likelihood of making money or losing money. So you'll get an answer. Doesn't mean it's a good one. And what we have seen here inside of True Trading Group, at least with our AI and with Mari and with thousands of members that are using it now on a daily basis, including the moderators and myself, what we have seen is Mari's unparalleled, unmatched ability to provide the highest quality response, the highest quality answer for what it is that you seek. If you want to list the stocks that have a high possibility of short squeezing this week, Mari's going to go through back-tested, proven strategies of short squeezes. And it's going to go through countless data points and endpoints to calculate which stocks meet that specific set of back-tested strategy and criteria to give you the highest probability of a short squeeze this week. That's what it's going to do. You want to ask Mari what stocks are experiencing a liquidity grab and are a good setup for a long. You can do that. And Mari will go through off of back-tested and proven strategies of liquidity, of a little liquidity grab type of events where support levels are breached, traders get stopped out, liquidity gets sucked up, the stock recovers, reclaims that support level, and then it becomes a really good long. There's nothing more bullish than a failed bearish move. You guys should remember that. There's also nothing more bearish than a failed bullish move. That's really what liquidity grabs technically kind of are. And it's going to go through and it's going to give you the stocks that have the highest probability of having that criteria and meeting that strategy to give you the best chance of capitalizing on a long. All of this is made possible, right? Not just by AI. All this is made possible thanks to the NASDAQ, thanks to Unusual Whales, thanks to Polygon, thanks to OpenAI, thanks to Benzinga. This is a massive collaboration, okay? This is a massive collaboration, all fine-tuned around you personally and powered by the best data and AI companies in the world. We have partnerships with all of these companies, okay? All of these companies, where do you think we are getting all of this data from? Okay, we're getting it from the NASDAQ, Unusual Whales, Polygon, okay? We're getting information from Benzinga and feeds through Benzinga, all powered through, what we're getting from OpenAI. We work closely with these companies. This is a massive collaboration. That's what you need to think about Mari. Mari is a collaboration of all of these companies. And it's presented to you by True Trading Group. This is why we received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. This is why I sit here standing here today, and I can tell you it's not just me saying this because I'm an owner of True Trading Group. I'm telling you from one trader to another. I have tried all of these other platforms. I've tried ChatGPT and Grok and Perplexity. They're not good for when it comes to trading specifically because they're not fine-tuned for it. They'll give you an answer. They'll give you very general and basic answers, but they're not really good for actionable insight and actionable trading. It's good for maybe like longer term stuff. Like if you want to know, hey, should I buy AMD and hold it for the next several years? It'll give you a pretty decent answer, but it's not going to help you figure out, what do I think? What do you think about crypto? And do you think that Coinbase and Robinhood are overextended? Do you think they're about to experience a pullback? And how should I build out my trading plan to capitalize on it? Oh, and by the way, none of this is worth a damn without you. This community has massive, accelerated excel and growth of TTG and its AI as a result of people just making money from it. That's how True Trading Group is growing as a community. It's because our members are making money, and then our members tell their friends or family members and their coworkers, and then they join True Trading Group, and then they make money, and then they tell their friends or family members and their coworkers. None of this means anything without you guys. And I'll prove it to you. Here, for those of you that are not members, and you might not be like, yeah, okay, I call BS. Members of True Trading Group, do me a favor. Members of TTG, if you are making money and you are becoming better traders because of our AI and because of True Trading Group in general, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that is not a member of True Trading Group, you should pay very close attention to how many people you are about to see type the number 1, because all these people you're about to see type the number 1 are members of True Trading Group that were once in the exact same position as you are in today, watching a live stream, right? You are watching a live stream, contemplating whether or not this guy that you're talking to, I usually wear a Yankee hat. Today, I don't have a Yankee hat on. Okay. I was going to say contemplating whether or not this guy in a Yankee hat actually knows what he's talking about. And all these people that are typing the number 1, they took that jump. They took that jump and they decided for themselves that, you know what, I'm going to join True Trading because all of these people can't be wrong, right? All these people that are typing the number one, telling you they're making money thanks to Mari, thanks to RAI, thanks to True Trading Group in general, thanks to the platform and the community. They're sitting here telling you this, not because they're sitting here saying that they're making money, not because they're smarter than you, not because they have more time than you. 82% of our members have a full-time job. So if they can do this, then so can you. I don't want to hear that excuse anymore. The technology that exists today makes it extremely possible, if not, you know what, not possible, but easy for someone with a full-time job to still be able to benefit from what takes place in the market on a daily and weekly basis. Now, if you wanted to talk to me 15 years ago, then that would not necessarily be the case. Not a member anymore, but I learned how to fish. And yet you're still on this live stream, McPhee. You're not a member anymore, but we taught you how to fish. So, but you still come back and you're still on the live stream. So that actually hurts my feelings, McPhee. You're not a member anymore, but you're telling us that we taught you how to fish. Listen, I love it. I really do. That's honestly, I guess the goal here is really for you guys to be able to get to a point where you don't need moderator alerts, or you don't need, you can go off and you guys can trade on your own. But I would tell you to utilize Mari and utilize the AI, because there's no better trading assistant. There's no better trading co-pilot than Mari. And Mari is going to be able to help speed up all of your analysis. It's going to help you build out trading plans. It's going to give you extreme high probability of outcome based on your trading strategy, based on the style that you're looking for, the risk tolerance that you have, your strengths, your weaknesses, and it will suggest to you trade ideas that will fit those things specifically. You just have to share information about yourself with Mari. Okay. You don't share what you don't want to share. Share what you do want to share. And Mari will customize its responses and tailor its responses to you, the individual. Not just like if you just, search for something, you'll get the same answer as somebody else. That's not the case with Mari. Okay. All these people that you just saw type number one, these are members of True Trading Group that are making money and they're becoming better traders because of everything that we have here. And if they can do it, then so can you. Over 10,000 members in 115 different countries. Let me actually see real quick here. Let me see. Not a member, but interested. Demario Jackson, I appreciate that, right? I appreciate you saying, that you're interested. There's a lot of people that are on this live stream right now. Let me actually see. Demario, so you said you're not a member. McPhee, I know you're not a member. You just said it, right? How many people on this live stream right now are not members of True Trading Group? Do me a favor, just type the letters TTG. Just type the letters TTG if you're not a member. I want to see who we have on the stream right now tonight that are not a member of True Trading Group. Again, if you are not a member, I want you to type TTG in chat for me right now. So Demario, go ahead and type TTG. McPhee, go ahead and type TTG. I think it was Bo Bryant, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and type TTG. Let me see if you guys are not a member. I want to see who's on the stream right now that's not. Jim Knox says, people sign up, do yourself a favor. So go ahead, folks. Go ahead and type TTG. Those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, don't be shy. Let me know. Those of you that are not part of the community here just yet. We got David. We got Jeff. There's McPhee. We've got Raleigh. Sean, you kill me. David, another David. We got Joe, Demario. What's up? George Top G. What's up? How are you? Your daily dose of motivation. I like that. How are you? Baked Fresh says it'll be the best investment you guys can ever make for yourself, says Baked Fresh. Sneaky Ninja. I like that username. I think that's kind of like being a ninja. You kind of have to be sneaky. That's why you're a sneaky ninja. I like that. Listen, I'll tell you guys this. TTG's roots, right? We got Alan. We got Robert. Yeah, awesome, guys. Oh, listen, I appreciate you guys typing TTG. I know sometimes it might seem a little tedious. Appreciate you guys being here with me. I still have my list of trade ideas I want to share with you. I want to talk to you about what I think about the overall markets right now and whether or not this rally can continue or if we should start gearing up for a little bit of a pullback. We're getting into all of that. Okay. TTG, I'm not a member. Time trader. I've been watching since the beginning and I'm interested. Wow, Jeffrey, I appreciate that, man. And since you're a long-time trader, I also appreciate that as well. The thing about True Trading, we have people that just opened up a Webull or Robinhood account a week ago, And then we have some members that have been trading for over 25 years. We have a member that was a former market maker at the NASDAQ. One of our moderators actually was a former market maker, and we have everything else everything in between. So it's always fun. I always enjoy talking to a longtime trader. I myself have been trading for 18 years that I've been doing this. So I appreciate you guys all being here. And listen, TTG's roots, True Trading Group started in 2017. We went live to the public. It started out as just courses and like an alert chat, right? And then all that, plus we added a bunch of tools. We added like trade ideas and trading view, Benzinga Pro. We added, dark pool data, short data, unusual options. We added a bunch of tools. We added a bunch of that stuff. And then all that, an amazing community of, 10,000 traders from 115 countries, all the mods. And now we've evolved into something else entirely, honestly. So true to its roots that I just mentioned, but we have taken all that success and we've piled it into something that you guys are going to be able to use forever. And that's the AI platform. And it really is incredible. Here's what I'm willing to do. Honestly, I'm going to say this. Okay. Dino says, join, you won't regret it. I'm all in. Jonathan Blaze. I love it. Listen, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to go out on a limb for a second. Everyone that just said you're not a member of True Trading Group, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put my neck out there as I do this every single week. Every single week I put my neck out there. I tell you, this is what I think the market's going to do, right? This is what I think the market's going to do. This is the stocks that I'm looking at. This is how I plan on making money. I do it every single week. But I'm going to put my neck out there even a little bit further, okay? What I'm going to do here tonight on this live stream, and it's to prove a point. It really is to prove a point, okay? I think that what we have at True Trading Group is so impressive. And I think those of you that are not members, if you were able to use it, I think that you would agree with me. And I think that you guys can benefit from it. I think that, listen, I can't guarantee that you're going to make money. Nobody can guarantee anything. What I do guarantee is I guarantee that you're going to get the best damn possible chance of you guys becoming successful, joining the community and utilizing the tools and everything that we have. Between the 10,000 members, the 8 professional moderators, and the award-winning AI platform, this is going to be your best chance of becoming successful, flat out, period. That I could guarantee for you. And I don't mean to sound arrogant if I'm coming off that way. It's confident. I'm confident that you are going to like being part of True Trading Group, that this is what I'm going, and I'm so confident this is what I'm going to do. I'm willing to allow the next 20 people that want to become a member of True Trading Group. Okay. The price to join True Trading Group for an annual membership is usually well over $1,000. What I'm going to do here tonight, and it's to prove a point, and I'm going to do this for 20 people, and I want to stay in contact with all of those 20 people because I'm going to challenge you with something. The next 20 people that want to join True Trading Group, I will let you join True Trading Group for an annual membership, a core annual membership for the entire year for just $599. But hear me out. The reason why I'm offering you such a low price on that annual core membership is because I believe and I am confident that within just the first couple of weeks of your membership with True Trading Group, you are going to want to become a lifetime member. You're going to want to become one of our AI Pro members. And I say that to you not out of, I honestly, I say it out of confidence because I see what our members are doing. How many members right now? Type the letter L if you're a lifetime member of the community. And those of you that are not members, I want to show you. I'm showing you why I'm doing this. Okay. If you're a lifetime member, I want you to type the letter L. And everyone here that's not a member, I want you to ask yourself, listen, a lifetime membership is thousands of dollars. Okay. It's thousands of dollars to become a lifetime member. I want you to pay attention to how many people type the letter L. And I want you to ask yourself, if you joined True Trade, let's say you took advantage of the $5.99 that I'm going to offer the next 20 people, and you paid $5.99 and your year membership is up and you didn't make any money. Even worse, you lost money. You're not going to renew your annual membership. Never mind spend thousands to become a lifetime member, right? That fair assumption. Will you look at how many people are typing the letter L? Why do you think all these people became members for life? I'll tell you exactly why. It's a couple of reasons. One, they're making money. That's the easiest and most simplest one. Second, they see what we are doing, implementing our AI technology, and they see the Benzinga FinTech Award, right? We have 4,498 lifetime members in True Trading Group. 4,498 are lifetime members of this platform. There's a reason for it. And because of those people, I can do what I'm doing right now. I'm offering the next 20 people an annual membership for $599. And if you cannot make back the $599 during your membership at least one time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you not just your $599 back, I'm going to give you back double. I'm going to give you back $1,198 if you cannot make back the $599 at least once. That's what I'm going to do for the next 20 people that join. That annual core membership comes with Mari, your AI trading co-pilot, our 22 course curriculum, which is a simplified and expanded upon version, but I learned working at the fund in New York. Of course, our daily trading chat room with all the trade alerts. The moderators and I share our screens with you. We trade with you live. We're there with you from pre-market till the close. We're not gone after an hour and you're left to fend by yourself. We're with you each and every single day. All of our daily watch list. You get Benzinga Pro's news feed. You get TradingView's premium charting software. You get our 1,000 hours of 1,000 hours of our video library covering different workshops that we've held with different topics. The trade idea scanner. You get unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data. Literally all of that is included for a whole year for $599. But I'm only doing it for the next 20 people. And the next 20 people that join, you can go to ttgoffer.com. Just go to ttgoffer.com. Simply put, I was a photographer and entrepreneur at 33. I had a brain tumor, lost 80% of my vision. Oh my God. The bounce back includes me joining TTG. Now I'm getting the financial stability again. That is such an incredible comment. Wow, man, that really makes me feel really good that we were able to just kind of be a part of that. It even kind of threw me for a loop there for a second. But yeah, you guys can go to ttgoffer.com. I'm going to allow the next 20 people to join for $599. Those of you that join, you and I are going to stay in direct contact. Okay. You and I are going to stay in direct contact. I am literally going to help walk you through your membership. I'm going to be there with you each and every single step of the way to make sure that you are doing the right things, to make sure you have access to the things that you need, to make sure that your questions are answered, okay? To make sure that you are trading the right things and you are in the right place day in, week in, month in. And if you are unable to make that $599 back at least once, we will give you back $1,198. That's the deal. That's what I'm offering the next 20 people that join. So essentially, the next 20 people that go to ttgoffer.com and join, you're making a bet on yourself. The gamble is $599, but that bet and that gamble is backed up with an insurance policy. If it doesn't work out, you can't even make that money back, no problem. $1,198 coming your way. But if it does work, then that's the best $599 you ever spent in your entire life. Then you become a lifetime member. Why? Because you made thousands of dollars. So why not invest and become a lifetime member and have access to this for the rest of your life? That's what I'm willing to do for the next 20 people. ttgoffer.com. Prove me wrong. Literally, you and I are going to stay in contact. Prove me wrong. This is how confident I am in the platform that we have, the success that our members are having, that I'm going to do that for the next 20 people here this evening. 20 people or midnight tonight, whatever happens first. If 20 people join, that's it. I'm going to stop there. And then it'll be $899 for the annual membership. Or midnight tonight, whatever happens first. Go to ttgoffer.com. Everything that you guys see on that page is included in your membership. Okay? All I ask is you actually give me some type of an effort, like actually go through the courses, right? Pass the quizzes, attend a study group. We do study groups every Thursday. They're free. Okay? I'm asking you to attend one of them. If you can do that and you still can't make the $599 back at least once, we'll give you back $1,198. I think this is a fair deal. If you have a doubt, I'm specifically, really, honestly, I specifically want people that have doubts. Join. Prove me wrong. Our double your money back guarantee, it's literally on the website. It's on the checkout page. You can read it. It's real. It's in black and white. Also, this live stream is recorded. It's all there for you. Or I'll give you another year. That's what, you know what? I'll either give you back $1,198 or I'll give you another year for free if you want. Depends. Your choice. You can either say, hey, I didn't make back the $599. All right. What do you want? Do you want the $1,198 and you want to walk away? Or you want to give it one more year on us, on the house for free? That's what I'm willing to do for the next 20 people. If you have any questions, send a text message. We'll help you out with anything you need clarity on. You need help signing up, whatever it is. Send a text message to 1-888-621-2127. Okay. Fibonacci goes, there's 10K of us for a reason. There's actually over 10K. Yeah, it's a global community here at Your Trading Group. So again, any questions, guys, just text us 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 1-888-621-2127. And honestly, McPhee, if you used to be a member, brother, if you want to come back, text that number. We'll hook you up because you used to be a member. So if you want to come back, McPhee, you can send a text message to that 1-888-621-2127, and we'll hook you up. You can come back. Use the AI, get yourself familiar, use all the tools. But if you want to come back, McPhee, text that number as well. All right. The rest of you can also text that number with any questions. Otherwise, go right to ttgoffer.com. I can tell you when Mike starts talking about positions, I listen. TTG is legit. I was skeptical before I joined, but this whole group are a bunch of good folks. I like that. The American entrepreneur. I like that. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. You all should be skeptical. I'm being honest with you. You all should be skeptical. Why would you not be? Why would you not be skeptical? I'm talking AI and stock picks and courses and chat rooms. Of course you should be skeptical. Come on. Come on. You should be skeptical. That's why I'm offering this to you for $599 for the whole year, right? You should be skeptical. Prove me wrong. The only regret you'll ever have is not doing this sooner, says Mandy. Mandy, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Sherry Chilton says, if you like zero DTEs, great group. If you like futures, great group. You like stocks, options, this fam has it all, and it is life-changing. Armando says, these guys are legit. Due to my business being slow and continuously pulling money to sustain my family, I could renew, but what they taught me and learned is life-changing. And your kids can benefit. Pass it on. Yeah, that's actually true. Our lifetime membership, you can pass your lifetime membership onto your children or your spouse upon your passing, so that they could just continue, and for free. We don't charge them anything. They'll just pick up and continue on with your membership. But so that's it. ttgoffer.com. It doesn't work, no worries. Show it to your credit card company. Dispute, you guys will win. Right? Utilize a double your money back guarantee. Again, it's ttgoffer.com, folks. Go there. Everything on that page included for the full year. Our annual core membership, just $599. You can't make the $599 back. I'll give you $1,198 back. That's the deal. And those of you that join, you're going to communicate directly with me, so we make sure that you do make that back and then some. All right. Let's get on into the charts. Okay. Wow. Brandon Mosley says, I started TTG in hopes to supplement income after my spouse passed away. After 3 years, I'm hoping to now quit my job next year. It's amazing what education and an environment can do for someone. Incredible. Incredible. Srini is currently on a 90-day plan. How do I upgrade? Please let me know. Srini, send us a text message, and then we're going to get into some of my top trade ideas. Srini, send us a text message right now to 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 621-2127. Srini, send a text message to, again, that phone number is 1-888-621-2127. It's a text-only phone number, guys. You can't call that number. That number is text only. Okay? So there you go. All right? Thanks, Brandon. Brandon goes, y'all are incredible. That's awesome, man. I'm happy to hear that. I really am. Very happy to hear that. All right. Let's take things on over to the charts now, guys. Let's kind of go over things. Futures opened up, slightly green. I'll actually do a quick little, let me do a quick futures check while we are here, just to make sure nothing crazy is happening. Yeah, we're just small green on futures over the last, little while. Oh, I made over $1,000 Friday listening to Mike walk down MSTR with $500 buying power using options. Thank you, Tom. My pleasure, brother. My pleasure, Tom. Made $1,000. Yeah, that was a monster trade on Friday. Put options or short, whatever you do, equities or options, MicroStrategy. It was a big one. That was a big one. All right. James, we got to welcome James, guys. James just joined True Trading Group. That means there's only 19 of those spots left. Sam made $360 on Friday from the MSTR trade. Way to go, Sam. All right, so guys, that's it. So James, welcome to the family. Everyone welcome James. That means you have 19 spots left, $5.99 for the year. You can't make back $5.99 at least once. I'll give you back $1,198, or I'll give you another year for free. Choice is yours. Prove me wrong. Go to ttgoffer.com. Everything there is included. You're going to get Maury, the AI trading co-pilot, Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, Trading View, premium charts, trade ideas, dark pool data, unusual options activity. All of that's included for $5.99 for the full year. All right. Any questions? Remember, text us 1-888-621-2127. All right, guys, back onto the charts. Let's talk about the SPY. Listen, we're at all-time highs, right? We're at all-time highs. And the question that I continuously get from people is, can this rally be trusted? How much higher can we go? Or is there a pullback coming? I will tell you that I'm of the feeling that we are getting to a little bit of the top end of this recent rally. The reason why I'm feeling like we're getting to the top end of this recent rally is kind of the action that I'm seeing in some of the most heavily shorted names that that are in the market. Recently, if you take a look around, some of the stocks that have moved the most are stocks that have decent short positions, whether they're a small cap, a mid cap, a large cap. You take a look at, a lot of the nuclear energy names like an SMR, OKLO. You look at the quantum computing names, QBTS, RGTI, QUBT. You take a look at, we got to welcome Subhash. Subhash, welcome. 18 spots now. 18 spots now left. Subhash, welcome Subhash to the THG family. That means only 18 spots left for the $5.99. Then I'm going to make it $8.99. But for the next 18 people, it's $5.99. Otherwise, the price is $8.99. Okay. So, I take a look around. I see some of these names. I take a look at like an Avis, ticker symbol CAR. I take a look at like a Carvana. You take a look at a stock like Roblox. You take a look at a Coinbase. You take a look at a Robinhood. And I can't help but feel like the shorts are just kind of waving the white flag. And it's starting to feel like the markets are getting a little content. And starting to feel like the markets are beginning to price in kind of like the best case scenario. And I think that there's just a little bit of a pullback, I think is right around the corner. And I'm not talking about a crash. I'm not talking about a sell-off. Okay. We were big buyers in the long-term portfolio in April in True Trading Group. I was on this live stream all throughout April telling everybody I'm buying. I told everybody in April on this live stream what I'm buying. And I still haven't sold that stuff. right? I still haven't sold that stuff. So, that should tell you how much of how deep that I think that pullback can take us, because I'm not selling my stuff. I'm going to ride out with everything that we just bought, and obviously all the stuff that I've, held and owned for many, many years. But I do think from a trading standpoint, Srini Vasan, welcome to the TTG fam. You were a 90-day member. You're now an annual member of True Trading Group. Everybody welcome Srini. Srini just became an annual member of TTG. See that? So a couple months ago and over the last couple of weeks, I actually offered people a 90-day membership, and Srini just said, yep, I'm good. I want to become an annual member. No longer offering the 90-day. Okay. No longer offering him the 90-day, no longer offering the 90-day membership. But to see that, someone just say, yeah, they joined us for 90 days just to get a feel around the program. And now they say, I want to be an annual member. So Srini, welcome to the TTG fam. Welcome. All right. So let's zoom in here. Let's kind of hit on these charts just a little bit. What I'm kind of thinking about is we kind of tried to top out a little bit over the last 2 to 3 weeks. You see, we kind of tried to put in these little bit of a tops, and then we just broke out. We made that new all-time high. I don't think this new all-time high has that much of a runway. I don't think that we're just going to continue to float higher like this. I just think valuations are a little bit too stretched, and I feel like I feel like we're going to get a failed extension of this new all-time high, and maybe you get, another high, or maybe something that looks like this. But then I think you're going to just get a pullback day that looks something like this, and you're going to drop back inside of that multi-week consolidation and drop back inside of this range. And this little consolidation that you guys see here has been a very, very tradable range for the last couple of weeks, with an incredibly clear support level at 618. And I just think that we're going to we broke out of this consolidation range on Thursday, extended Friday. And then I think you might extend through and then drop back inside of it. But that's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about dropping back inside of that consolidation range. Maybe if something crazy happens from a fundamental news standpoint, maybe you can get back down and back test and refill this prior all-time high. I think that's a very healthy move. I think we need to pull back in and backfill and back test this prior high. This level you see here, this was the previous all-time high from 24 and 25. Then you had everything that happened with the tariffs. We've then rallied it all the way back. We cleared that, broke out at the end of June. We've extended past it. But when you broke that out, you never pull back in to retest it. I think a pullback in to retest that prior high is a wonderful place for the markets to just take a little bit of profit, reset, and then continue higher. And I think that by the time that pullback happens, you see this dark blue line on my screen, that's the 50-day moving average. You can see how that's racing to the upside as well. And if that continues, where is it going to go? It's going to take you right into that previous all-time high, which now can act as a support level. And I'm looking for kind of just backfill this in, back into this area, call it 611, 612. And then once you get back into that zone, then bounce again from there. Okay. And you have earnings coming up here. You have the big ones this week are Alphabet, Tesla, right? IBM, Intel are some of the big ones. And then the week after that, you're going to get some of your big mega cap names. You'll start to get the Microsofts, the Amazons, the Metas, the Apples of the world will be coming up not too far after that. So if any of those stocks were to disappoint, you'd be looking at a little bit of a pullback there. That could be the trigger for the markets. Take a look at Netflix as the example. And this is what's leading me down this path. You take a look at Netflix, for example. Netflix was down 5% on Friday after reporting fantastic earnings. They beat earnings on the top and bottom line. They raised guidance for next quarter. They raised guidance for the full year. Stock still went down 5%. Why? Stock went down 5% because Netflix is an extremely crowded long. And the stock is up 35 something percent on the year, whatever it is. And you got a little bit of a pullback. I think was just a little bit of a profit taking, even though the company had really good earnings. I think you stand a chance where we can have a good earnings season because the bar is set pretty low. The reason why the bar is set kind of low is because last quarter companies gave conservative guidance because they were unsure about the tariffs. So the bar from a guidance standpoint is not all that high. So you might get a lot of situations where companies beat on earnings, but you might still get little pullbacks like you saw in Netflix. And if that happens in a lot of your other major tech companies, that can give you that little bit of a pullback and a little bit of a profit taking in the market and reset back against that prior high. I think that's incredibly possible. And I think it would be also be incredibly healthy if we were to see something like that. So that's kind of what I'm starting to think about. That's where my head is. It's where my mind is at with regards to whether or not I think this market has legs or this rally has legs to the upside. McPhee, you have to text the word start. We can't reply to you, brother, because you're not subscribed into the text list anymore. So McPhee, just text that same number and just text the word start, and then we can reply to you. Because right now we can't text you back. We can't, because you're not subbed back in to receive text messages from us. Because we're on to member and then now you're not. So you just have to, McPhee, just text that same number, but just text the word start, and then we'll be able to reply back to you. Okay? And McPhee, if you want to come back for the full year because you used to be a member, your price is just $500, brother. Your price is just $500 for the year. Okay? So McPhee, just text the word start. We'll get you taken care of. All right? Okay, guys. So those are my thoughts on the SPY. Now let's talk about Friday. Friday, one of our top trade ideas from Friday was actually to short an exhaustion, sell the news event in the crypto stocks. So you had the passing of the crypto bills. You had Trump sign those bills on Friday. And you've had an absolutely parabolic move in the Coinbases and the Robinhoods of the world on the back of this. And Coinbase in particular had gotten parabolic on Friday. We opened up Friday morning and the stock just absolutely exploded like a bat out of hell, just straight to the upside, no pullback whatsoever. And then you had a wipeout candle, which shows a kind of a shift in momentum, an increase in volume with that wipeout candle. This is a 3-minute chart. And that's exactly the signal that we were kind of looking for. And then that was your indication that, okay, if you're going to try a short on these names, it's not necessarily that this is such an obvious short setup. It's not. There's not like this glaring short signal that you got here. It's just a matter of these stocks were way too extended. They've been rallying for weeks, not just a day, not just 2 or 3 days. They've been rallying for weeks. And you finally have the signing of the bill, and then that becomes the sell the news event, and then the stocks then reverse, right? And you see the complete 180 on Coinbase after the stock was up 7.5% on the day and ended up going red, right? We ended up going red there at 2 o'clock. Okay, so a huge pullback and a huge reversal there on Coinbase. Same thing, you had a big reversal there on Robinhood, and then also MicroStrategy, which was the one that was actually the trade, which was the trade of Friday. The trade idea was to short MicroStrategy. And why did we want to short MicroStrategy? The reason why we wanted to short MicroStrategy over a Coinbase or a Robinhood is because MicroStrategy was weak. MicroStrategy had not broken out to a new consecutive high like Coinbase and like Robinhood. MicroStrategy did not make a new all-time high like Coinbase did, like Robinhood did. MicroStrategy was also red on the day to start on Friday when Coinbase and Robinhood were up 7% and 8% respectively. So when we're sitting here saying to ourselves, okay, guys, we think that we're getting this exhaustion move on these crypto names, I think it's time for us to look for that reversal, look for that sell the news. Let's go ahead and short MicroStrategy because MicroStrategy was already weak. It was already red. So if you think you're going to get this kind of reversal and this momentum shift in crypto names, then why try to short the Coinbase or the Robinhood, which are the stronger names? Go ahead and short MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy finishes the day down 5.5%. We had a lot of our members make, 100, 200, 250% gain on some put options on MicroStrategy on Friday as that stock closed right at the dead low of the day. So that was a wonderful breakdown and a wonderful trade there on MicroStrategy for a lot of the members here inside True Trading Group. and you can see this massive breakdown candle was just toast. Once this thing broke 440 support, it was like 441, it was just game over. You got this little double bottom support, nothing crazy from earlier in the month, and it broke that, and it was just history from there, and you got that big pullback. Just a day trade, nothing crazy, but it was an actual, absolutely beautiful trade. Now, speaking with that, staying on the crypto theme, I think there's more of a pullback to come. If I take you over to Bitcoin first, I'll just pull up Bitcoin to the US. Yeah, this isn't the exact price of Bitcoin, but I'll just pull this chart up to show you. We recently just took out this little flat top resistance, right? We all see this little resistance here. We recently took that out. But you know what else we also haven't done? We haven't backfilled that either. You're forming this little bit of a bull flag, and this bull flag is something that most likely is going to get some people excited, right? And they're probably going to try to buy the bottom end of that flag to try to get the bounce and rip higher. What I think is going to happen is I actually think that this bull flag is going to fail. I think this bull flag is going to fail, and I think Bitcoin's going to drop back down towards 112, and then it's going to find support there, and then it can go back up from there. But I think you're going to break back down, stop out some weak hands that are trying to buy the bull flag, but that pullback, right? That pullback from, let's say, 118,000 to 112,000, that pullback, I think, is going to see a momentum shift and momentum suck out of some of these crypto names, right? Also, guys, if there's anyone that went to tgdoffer.com and it showed 887, just refresh. I didn't change it. Adam changed it when I announced the price. So it was cashed. Okay. So I changed the price here live with you guys, and then Adam had to go change it on the site. And as my business partner, co-founder, True Trading Group. So, but if you had it pulled up, you might be cashed. So the price might have said 887 for you when you went to the page. Okay. So if you refresh, all right, the price should now accurately reflect the 599. It was always 599, right? When I said no one was charged 887, that's after the next 17 people or midnight tonight. Everybody got that? I just want to make sure that we're clear. So if it said 887 when you went to the page, just go back to tgdoffer.com, hit refresh. It'll refresh, and the price will say 599. Okay? And then again, if you have any questions about anything, guys, you can always text us. We're here to help. 1-888-621-2127. That's 1-888-621-2127. Okay? So if that's what we think we might see there with Bitcoin, I'm looking at a little bit more of a pullback on the crypto names. Okay. It's not a lot. I'm not looking for anything crazy, but I do think that Coinbase can do that. Right. My target for Coinbase is 400. Okay. So what I'm actually looking for on Coinbase coming into this week is I'm looking for 420-ish. I'm looking for like that 420 area. I'm looking to see if that is resistance. And my target is going to be like 400, maybe 395, but 400 is kind of the zone that I'm looking at as we just get a little bit more of a profit-taking pullback after this little bit of a potential topping sign that we got on Friday, and pull back in and retest this 9 EMA that's been holding support for the last month. Same thing, same type of idea goes with Robinhood. Robinhood has been on an absolute tear. Stock's gotten parabolic. And I think that, again, just like I said with Coinbase, I think you can see a little bit more of a profit-taking candle there on Robinhood. So for Robinhood, I'm looking for a 109 area resistance, and my target for Robinhood is going to be the low 100s. Okay, maybe like 104, 103 is going to be my target there for Robinhood. So we're looking for like a 109 area resistance and see if we can get a little bit more of a profit-taking pullback that takes us to like 103, 104. Okay, so those are two potential short ideas. Now let's talk about a long idea. I still think this MP can give you more of a short squeeze. MP is one of the stocks that was on the list from Mari early this week for a short squeeze. And let me show you guys something real quick. And I know this is going to be hard for people that are not actually in True Trading Group, because there's no way for you to verify that what I'm about to say next is true. But I'm going to go over with you guys real quick the list of stocks that on Tuesday our AI, Mari, we said this was everyone's like, oh, what was the prompt? There are no prompts. It's just natural language. And we said, Mari, show me a list of stocks that might short squeeze this week. That was it. That was what we asked. Mari then went through, calculated, a back-tested strategy of stocks that short squeeze. What happens when a stock short squeezes? What are the data points? What are the characteristics? What are the indicators? What are the signals that give the highest probability of a short squeeze? And then it calculated countless data points to come up with a list of stocks that meet the criteria that have the highest chance of possibly short squeezing. Okay. Now I'm going to go over with you a list of stocks that came back from that. One of them was MP. One of them was Open. One of them was Unity Software. One of them was RCAT. One of them was LZMH. One of them was BTCS. Okay. Members of True Trading Group. Is what I'm saying true or false? Did Mari or did Mari not come back and give us that list of stocks when we had asked what stocks can give us a short squeeze? QS was on that list. I'll give you the list right now. Here's the list. QS, RGTI, LZMH, SBET, RCAT, MP, Open, BTCS, and PDYN. That is the list of stocks that Mari came back and gave us. Members, true or false? Did Mari or did Mari not on Tuesday give us that list of stocks for a potential short squeeze? If you are not a member of True Trading Group, I understand how hard it's going to be for you to believe what I'm saying to you right now. That's why I'm asking members to verify it for you, because they were there. Okay. They also have Mari. They can ask those questions too. Okay. So you can see all these people that are typing yes, true, okay, to verify for you, because I don't expect you just to believe the things that I say just because I'm some guy with a YouTube channel. Okay. That doesn't mean you should just trust everything that I say because I'm on YouTube. And I understand that. Let's take a look at what some of those stocks did. There's MP. There's RKAT. Now, again, this was on Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday, RCAT was $10. It went to $12.75. QS on Tuesday was $10.50. It went to $15. RGTI on Tuesday was $13. It went to $17.50. SBET on Tuesday was at $26. It went to $40. Open on Tuesday was at $1.40. I'm sorry, on Tuesday it was at $1.05. It went to $2.70. BTCS on Tuesday was at $4.50. It went to $8.50. PDYN on Tuesday was at $9.25. It went to $12.75. LZMH on Tuesday was at $5.50. It went to $8.50. This is the list of stocks that came back from our AI. And I'm telling you this not because I'm saying, oh, look how great our AI is at predicting the future. It's not predicting anything. It is giving you a list of stocks that meet a specific back-tested criteria for the highest probability of the outcome you're seeking, which in this example, this case was a short squeeze. That's what Mari does. It doesn't predict the future. It doesn't give you 100% success rate trades. It pulls together countless data points, analyzes it, and figures out which stocks meet that criteria of a proven back-tested strategy for, in this case, short squeezes. Sam says, I asked Mari to give me U.S. companies in the drone industry. I ended up buying KTOS and OUST. I'm up over $6 on the shares. It's just another person. Seymour Life says, no, it's for real. TGD AI Pro, Adam and Mike were up grinding with us till 9:20 p.m. on Tuesday when they gave us that list through Mari, and it came true throughout the week. We got to welcome Armando. You know what, Armando? If you're the person I think you are, you're the person that's been following us on this YouTube channel for a very long time, if I'm not mistaken. But Armando, welcome to the TTG family. We now have 16 of those spots remaining, 16 spots left. Everybody welcome Armando. And guys, again, I don't expect you just to believe me. Come join True Trading Group for the year. It's $5.99. You'll get access to the core level of our AI. If you can't make back $5.99 at least once during your membership, I'll give you back double. Come see for yourself. Use it yourself. Okay? Prove me wrong. Use it. All right? Now, with that, Brian Riley says, I caught RCAT off of Mari. Just patience, Keith. I actually long QS. Right? Real people, real results. That's it. Simple as that. All right, let's get back to some of the trade alerts. So let me go back to MP. I feel like this thing's not done yet. You know, you just made a new all-time high. You had this resistance here around 60, right? That was your previous all-time high, right? We kind of topped out, but then on Friday, we cleared it, right? You see how you kept topping out here at 60, but Friday, we broke through it. We cleared it, the level held, and now I feel like, I don't know, man, call me crazy, but I feel like MP could give you something that looks like this. Over 20% of this float is short. Over 20% of this float is short. And they've had two fantastic pieces of news. Right? Two fantastic pieces of news. We got to welcome Derek. Guys, Derek just joined. 15 spots left. Everybody welcome Derek. Everybody welcome Derek just joined. Guys, again, go to ttgoffer.com. Okay, if the price says 887, just hit refresh. Okay, $5.99 for the whole year. Everything on that page you get included for the $5.99. There's no automatic renewal. Also, there's no automatic upgrade or anything like that. Okay. How is your AI different than Google's AI or any of these other AI systems? Maybe a better question for Adam. Actually, I think Adam is actually here if he wanted to. I don't know if Adam is. Adam, are you here? Okay, Adam's actually coming on right. Yeah, Jason, it's a great question. Jason, that is a great question. So Adam's.
Yo, can you hear me okay?
There's Adam. Let me just read this one comment real quick. I think this is a great one too. We got Brad. Brad says, I didn't want to spend the extra money to upgrade to the AI Pro, and I made back 3 times my investment within 48 hours. I hate wasting money, but Mari is a total game changer. MP's my savior. There you go. So there's that. So Adam, it's a great question by Jason. How is your AI different than Google's AI or any other platforms? I'll let you.
So let me explain. I was actually just texting somebody. I was actually texting with McPhee because I know him. He's been around for a minute. He's been one of our older members. So the thing is, it's all of these platforms. You have Google Gemini, you have OpenAI's ChatGPT, you have Anthropic's Claude, all of their web-based products. It's not, these products are fantastic. I mean, when you really think about what they are, they're absolutely fantastic. We don't have our own model. We didn't invent an AI model. We have an enterprise account and a close working relationship with OpenAI. So we're working directly with them to fine tune their models for finance.
Right.
The thing of it is that all of these models, the Google models, all of them, they all have a place. They're all good at different things. And basically, it's not that it's different or better. It's purposed for what we're doing. So
Right.
there's you know, when you go to Gemini or you go to OpenAI, you can put in your custom instructions. You can tell it, "I am a professional stock analyst," you know, and
Yeah.
but it's not the same. It just isn't. You talk to anybody that knows what they're talking about. Don't listen to me. I'm on a live stream trying to sell you something. So who knows, right? Go do a little bit of your own research. The ability to give it access to the real-time streaming data, what you can do with these and all of these companies, Google, Anthropic, OpenAI, what you can do with their API with their APIs and their ability to allow you to fine tune it and to give real-time data feeds right into it. I'm not talking about the internet. I'm talking about being able to utilize things like MCP servers and like real APIs directly into the models. It's incredible. You know, that's where the art and the magic happens, is when you take these models and you build with them.
Yeah.
That's all of this other stuff that you see is the consumer facing front end to like get you familiar with it. But the real magic, the real specialty of this stuff is being built out for very specific use for different industries. So I don't know if that helped or made it more more rambling or complex, but that's what this is. It takes a very, very good innovation, and it just totally dials it in on the niche that we are in, right?
For sure. It's specifically fine-tuned for what we're doing. And that's part of the reason why I think it's so much better than the answers are so much better than a lot of these other platforms. And I was explaining to people earlier too, Adam. I was like, listen, any AI platform is designed to give you a response. None of them are you're not gonna ask you're not gonna go to ChatGPT and say, hey, what stocks are gonna give me a short squeeze? And it's gonna say, I don't know. It's gonna give you an answer. It doesn't
Got
mean
it.
that, it doesn't mean the way that it's coming up with that answer is the same, right? Like it
Right.
doesn't mean that it's coming up to with that answer by a different method. And
Yeah,
the
look,
method in which it comes up
the
with that
the
answer,
AI, any AI is designed to give you an answer, right? So it's going to utilize every tool, every bit of knowledge, the internet, all stuff to give you an answer. But there's levels to this, right? If you ask the AI for great long-term investments, it's going to give you, if you go to ChatGPT, it's going to give you, Google, Apple, Tesla, but like you didn't need it to tell you that, right? Like if you have any shred
I
of
didn't need
common sense,
ChatGPT to tell me Nvidia is a good long-term investment.
no, but if you need it to, if you want it to, use an MCP server to interact with something like FinViz or Trade Ideas or your brokerage account, and you want to make sure that the instructions are perfect so that you're not getting back BS answers or things that are not meant for you, it's very difficult to do that in other platforms because these platforms are not meant to hone in that way. They're meant to be okay or decent at a lot of things in a lot of different areas. They're not meant to be an expert and dialed in one place.
Jack of all
That's
trades, master
that's
of
why
none.
they offer it up so that you can go ahead and eventually hopefully become a builder with these products. And that's why you have companies like Cursor and Bolt and all these other like vibe coding companies that are blowing up right now, because of the ability to literally build whatever you can think of with this stuff.
Right.
And I'm telling you, ChatGPT, Anthropic with Claude and Google Gemini Studio, these are all very cool products and they're great entry points. This is not where you're going to go to get real financial information or even real usage for whatever other domain that you're in. It's just a great starting point.
Yeah. That's a good answer, Jason. I hope that answers it, brother. I know Jason is a lifetime member of True Trading Group. So, Jason, if you have any other questions, brother, don't hesitate to reach out to Adam directly. Especially as a lifetime member, you have access to Adam, myself, the whole team. So any other questions that you have, and that goes for anybody else that's on this live stream that's a member, and you guys have questions about the AI Pro, anything you guys want, just reach out to Adam, questions that you guys have. We'll help you guys in any way that we possibly
can. Yeah, and then also, Mike, we have a person, I don't know if they're watching right now. They have a 716 area code. They said, I was just curious, your Better Business Bureau listing and Trustpilot reviews, how long have you been providing the Mari portion of your program to subscribers? That has been about 2 years. My only concern at this point would be customer service if I have an issue. As long as you're not talking to me, your customer service is going to be awesome. Not so much claiming a refund if it doesn't work. It was worth a risk to try something out. I mean, a question of technical issues, accessing platform, etc. That you can communicate direct with me if you'd like. We have people that handle that, but I'm more than happy to help you with that personally. Or some to have issues with getting past the exams before access. Right. So what they're referring to is the ability to be in chat and actually type in the chat before you pass the entry exam for the chat. So we do have like an entry exam for the chat. It's kindergarten level stuff.
Yeah, it just basically shows you guys how to use the chat room.
It's a precursor because we don't run a Discord or like a Wall Street Bets Reddit room. So the people that are in there, we want you to understand, hey, you know what's cool? Well, I'll tell you what's not first. Racism, politics, solicitation, spam. Like,
it's not cool.
It's not cool.
We have rules in the chat.
Right. So we want to make sure that new people that are coming in that they have an understanding that these are things that are not, okay.
Yeah. As he's getting his room service.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm in Boston.
Yeah. Nice. So there you go. So good.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, thanks for hopping on and clarifying some of that stuff.
All right. Oh, and the Better Business Bureau, we have an F rating on there. I hope we always have an F rating on there. F on the Better Business Bureau should stand for frickin' amazing. It doesn't though, but it should. Look, bottom line is they wanted a lot of money from us to be a verified company, and then once we did that, they would work with us to help like respond and massage some of this stuff on there. I have no interest. Yeah, and Mike has no interest.
No.
Go look at Trustpilot. There's plenty of 1-star reviews on there. There's plenty of 2- and 3-star reviews. The majority of them are 4- and 5-star. We have almost 3,000 reviews. We've been on there for 5 or 6 years at this point. And I think we're 4.5 stars out of 5. That's where go look there.
Yeah.
And there's plenty, and go read the 1-star reviews. They're all about me, and go read my responses. Go read my responses to those reviews because
responses are
awesome.
Pure entertainment.
Yeah, it's really funny. All right, that's all. Yeah. Thank you.
If you're ever bored one night, go make some popcorn, sit down, and read Adam's responses to the Trustpilot reviews.
I label them which are mine,
Yeah. Well, every 1-star review, one is yours. So.
No, I mean, well, yeah. All right. All right. Bye.
Bye. I'm not kidding either, guys. That is actually true. Every 1-star review is someone complaining about Adam. But that's because Adam doesn't sugarcoat it. That's because Adam does not always feel like the customer is always right. And that is why, and is because Adam doesn't necessarily have to be your friend. What he has to do is make sure that he provides a platform and a community and tools and resources and technology that gives you the very best chance of making money. He's not going to coddle you. He's not going to, tell you what you want to hear. He's going to tell you what you need to hear. And some people don't like that. Some people join online communities like True Trading Group, not because their goal is actually, hey, I really want to take this serious. I want to improve my financial situation. I want to invest in my financial future. I want to make money. They join it because they want to join a friend group. And this is not the place for you if that is the case. Oh, Ari, what's up, buddy? Hi.
Already turning off.
What?
Let Uncle Mike finish.
Yeah, I'm almost done, Ari. I got a couple more trade ideas I got to go over with everybody.
Come on.
What is that?
All right. So, but anyway, with that being said, MP, I just think that you've had two really big pieces of news with MP over the last couple of weeks. And I feel like that short position might get squeezed. Now they priced a $650 million offering on Thursday, and the stock still went up on Friday. It was $55 a share, I believe. The stock still went up. The offering, maybe that hinders this a little bit, but I don't know. With that short position and that news and the technical break of the all-time high, I'm looking to be a buyer on a pullback into 62, 63, 62. Let's see if that holds support, and let's see if this thing squeezes up into the mid to high 60s. That's going to be MP. Then we're going to – I want to keep an eye on AMD this week. This might be a trade that happens. Maybe it happens next week, but it is on my watch list this week. AMD had a really nice breakout of a pretty nice resistance level here. And you guys can see some price structure here from last year. You had some support in September and October around like 150. And then it broke underneath it. Then 150 became resistance in November. And then earlier this year in June and then July, you double topped right here at 147.5. So you had this little zone right here. And I drew two lines so that it really kind of identifies as a zone. And then you got the big gap up, okay, on Tuesday when it was announced that AMD and NVIDIA, and they were going to be allowed to start selling their chips back into China, the lower end chips. And that was good for those companies. It was good for semiconductors. Semiconductors all moved higher that day. You had stocks like SMCI and ARM and Broadcom and NVIDIA and AMD. They all were moving higher last week on the back of that news. And that creates this open gap. And inside of this gap, you have the 9 EMA, which is a momentum indicator. And then you have the price points of the 150 price structure from last year. And then you have the double top of 147.5 from this year. All of that, I think, comes together to give AMD a pretty good support level right inside of this zone. What I'm looking for from AMD this week is for a pullback to actually continue and get down into this zone. Okay, get down into this zone and then give me some type of a little bottoming tail right inside of this zone. Let me draw this back out like this and give you some price action that looks like that. Let me delete the circle. I don't want to confuse you guys. Hold on. And give you something that looks like that. Right? Give you something that looks like that. And then the next day, something that looks like this. So I'm looking for something similar to that price action on AMD. So essentially what we're going to look at here is going to be a long in the low 150s, 151, 152, somewhere in that region. I would love a 150 to 152, somewhere in that zone, split the difference, call it 151. I like that area. Okay, into like a 150 support level. We can have a stop loss. If you got long at, let's say, 150.5, you can stop it down there at 147.5 and see if we can pop this thing back up into the 60s. We got to welcome Jerry. That means there's only 14 spots left now, guys. Jerry, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Jiri. Welcome to the TTG family. 14 of these spots now remain. Go to ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page, it's included for $5.99 for the year. You can't make the $5.99 back. Simple. I'm giving you back $1,189. I'm going to double your money back. If you can't make the $5.99 at least once, I only ask, go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group. If you do those things and you can't make the $5.99 back at least once on your membership, we'll give you back double. Okay. Or we'll give you another year for free, whichever you choose. I'll give you the option. Okay. I'll give you the option. Prove me wrong. You have any questions? Text us 1-888-621-2127. Okay. That's AMD. And then last but not least, I usually don't do this. I usually don't put a stock on my watch list in anticipation of news. Okay. I usually don't do this. But before I show you my last trade idea for the week, and I'll explain to you why it's a little bit different. You have a lot of people that are joining True Trading Group right now. And you still have a lot of people that are actually on the checkout page. And what I want to show you one more time in case you missed it earlier. Why wouldn't people join True Trading Group? Why wouldn't people then become lifetime members? We have almost 4,500 lifetime members. We have over 10,000 members in True Trading Group. And the reason why we have so many people that are members of True Trading Group, so many people that are lifetime members of True Trading Group, and so many people joining here tonight is very simple. Members of True Trading Group make money. And I'm not just saying that because I believe it to be true. It's because I know it to be true because members say it themselves. And in case you missed it earlier, I will ask one more time. Members, those of you that are part of True Trading Group, type the number 1 if you are making money. Very simple, very straightforward question, right? You guys are becoming better traders. You're making money. I want you to go ahead and I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that's on this live stream that is still not a member, that is maybe on the fence, the reason why you should join True Trading Group is not because I believe or claim to be the world's greatest trader. I am not. I'm a damn good one. The best, I will never call myself that. That's not why I think you should join. I think you should join because of all the people that you see typing the number 1. It's the only reason why you should join a community, because the members of that community are succeeding. They're accomplishing their goals. They're seeing progress. They're making money. It's why you're here. It's why you're here. It's why you're on this live stream. It's why you're watching some guy at 10 o'clock at night talk to you about stocks. That's the reason why I think you should join True Trading Group. It's because our members make money. It's because our members have success. They become better traders. And if they can do this, and so can you. Simple. It's that simple. That's why I think you should join. No, Yosef, I'm not doing that, brother. Why would 4,500 of us pay thousands of dollars for a lifetime membership if we didn't make any money or the program didn't work? That's the truth. A lifetime membership is thousands of dollars. Why would 4,500 of them pay thousands of dollars if they weren't succeeding, if they weren't making any money? So Yosef says, give me 1 month for free to test and prove you wrong. I'm not going to give you 1 month for free. I think what I've done is enough. I'm not giving a whole month for free, dude. You're asking for too much. You're asking for too much. I'm sitting here literally saying $5.99 for the year. And if you can't make the $5.99 back at least once, I'll give you back $1,189. That's the deal. And Yosef, if you want to send us a text message, we'll even respond back to you. And just for clarity, it's in writing. Our double our money back guarantee, it is in writing on the website. It's on the checkout page. It's right there for you. Yes, it is real. No, I don't think you're going to need it. You know our refund rate, Yosef, at True Trading Group, our refund rate is less than 2.5%. Our retention rate is around 75%. Yosef, if you want, send us a text message, brother. I'm serious. Send us a text. You want us to put it in writing again? You want us to email it to you? No problem. Text us 1-888-621-2127. So Yosef, I'm talking to you specifically, man. I can't give you a whole month for free, but I can give you back double your money if you can't make your membership fee back at least once. If you want further clarity on it, you want further confirmation of it, text us 1-888-621-2127. That's 1-888-621-2127. Text us right now. Yosef, I'm serious, man. Nothing would make me happier than to see you in chat tomorrow and help you make $600 tomorrow. Nothing would make me happier. Trader Fi says, I've been here for 5 years. There's not a better community out there. And if you're nervous, Joseph, you think I'm totally full of crap, send this live stream to your credit card company as proof. If you're nervous that I'm not going to honor it, whatever, send this live stream to your credit card company. Dub Nation says, I purchased the membership in 2023 for $1,497. I made that back in my first week. Yo, Rhino, I'll see you later, brother. Have a good night. All right. Aga Fox, I love you. It says, after my first year, I married TTG for life and I never looked back. People sign up, do yourself a favor, says my boy Jim. Yeah, so there you go. So again, ttgoffer.com if you guys want to just sign up. Asking for a free trial means you don't trust your own trading skills. Ooh, Josh, I like that. Damn. I mean, I wasn't trying to be too harsh on Joseph because I get the skepticism. Joseph, I really do. I totally appreciate and understand the skepticism. You should be skeptical because there's so many people that are full of shit out there that are in this space. Okay? I totally get it. I really, truly do. So again, ttgoffer.com or text us 1-888-621-2127. All right. That takes my last and final trade idea that I'm going to leave you all with. And then, of course, it's Apple. Full disclosure, I leave, these are not my only trade ideas for the week. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to use the AI. We're going to talk about the different news. We're going to go over sentiment. We're going to talk about a bunch of different data points so we can figure out, what we think is going to happen and what I'll see what stocks have news and I'll add stocks to my watch list. And if one of the stocks that's on my list isn't setting up, I'll kind of remove it off. I'll add another one. But as I sit here now today on this Sunday, these are some trade ideas that I have coming into the week. I want to share them with you guys. Okay. Lastly is Apple. Reason why I have Apple on my list. Apple is going to remain on my watch list for the foreseeable future until I get a piece of news around AI. I think Apple is coiled up like a spring, waiting for investors to get excited about AI. A couple of weeks ago, it was rumored that Apple was going to possibly look into buying Perplexity. Then another piece of news came out that Apple was going to work with OpenAI to implement AI into Siri. There have been news and rumors swirling around with Apple. Apple has been a laggard when it comes to AI. They have not kept pace with all the other big tech companies. It is the reason why Apple is so far off of its all-time high still when Microsoft is at an all-time high. Meta recently made a new all-time high, right? This is why Apple, NVIDIA, new all-time high. Broadcom, new all-time high. Those stocks are at the forefront of the AI industry and the AI revolution. Apple hasn't done what when it comes to AI, and investors are waiting for it. If Apple were to make a splash, if Apple was to go and acquire a company like Perplexity, or if Apple was to work, closely and form some type of a partnership with an OpenAI, I don't know what it is, but I feel like Apple is going to do something. I don't know what, but I trust Apple to do something and make a splash with AI. And if you get a piece of news with Apple and AI, the stock, I think, goes straight to 220. And what I'm going to be looking for is a break of a very clean resistance level that sits at 215. If you take a look at my chart, you will see all of that resistance from April and May, and then you will see this resistance right here. This is a resistance level at 215. And if it breaks through this resistance level, I think it is, first of all, you have price structure for resistance right here at 225. And then you have the 200-day moving average. This is this yellow line that sits at 222. My target on that move would literally be right there. And if you look at the daily chart and you kind of zoom out just a little bit, you even then start to see this is a bull flag. This is a bull flag. Here's your flagpole. Here's your increase in volume when the flagpole is created. There's the flag. There's the lower volume during the flag consolidation. Now all you need is the break. Now all you need is the break of the flag. And if you get an increase in volume, which you will if there's news around AI, and you get a break out of this bull flag and you break above 215 and you get an increase in volume and there's a piece of news, this thing's going to 220s. And I will be there heavy for that trade. It is on my watch list for the foreseeable future. I don't know if this happens this week. It might happen tomorrow, might happen Wednesday, might happen Friday, might happen next week. Maybe Apple announces something AI related on their conference call when they announce their earnings. I don't know. But the chart setup is there. So if the chart setup is there, I'm there. Okay? That does it. That wraps things up. That is the end of the live stream. How was it? You guys have fun? I had fun. I love these things. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Again, those of you that are not members, there's only a couple of spots left. You've got 1.5 hours left. Then the price goes up to $8.99. It's $5.99 right now for anyone that wants to go to ttgoffer.com. You want the next 14 people. You got until midnight tonight. It's $5.99. Everything on that page included. Mari, the AI co-pilot. That's the award-winning AI. We received the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. You're going to get our 22-course curriculum, which is a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, Trading Views premium charting software, the Trade Ideas Scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data, and so much more. Everything on teachtheoffer.com is yours for $5.99 for the whole year. Can't make $5.99 back at least once, no problem. I got you covered. I'm going to give you double your money back, $1,198 or $89, whatever it is. Okay. Yosef says, what a joke. Yosef, I'm sorry, man. You want free stuff in life, brother. It's not happening. It's not happening. Yosef, I wish you the best of luck in your trading journey, my brother. I really do. I hope to see you back on this live stream in a couple of days and we can talk about how we're going to make some money together. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. For the rest of my 10,000 members from 115 different countries that know what True Trading Group is really all about, I will see each and every single one of you tomorrow morning in chat. For those of you that are not members and have questions, send us a text message, 1-888-621-2127. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, show some love. I'll see you all tomorrow, guys.